Hello everybody from the trailhead here at Eagle Mountain, headed up to the highest point in Minnesota. As you can tell, we got our head nets on. You might can see some flies and mosquitoes circling around us. They are crazy up here, and we've read about that and kind of knew it from videos and things we'd seen. Anyway, we are headed up to the summit of Eagle Mountain, the highest point in Minnesota, and trying not to get carried off by these mosquitoes. I believe it is around a 3.5 mile hike up to the summit, and it's a pretty breezy day. Hopefully that'll help with the bugs, but everybody's ready to go. So Olivia is filling out the permit. You have to get a permit here because we are entering the Boundary Waters canoe area, and then we're headed up on our hike. We expect this trail to be really muddy and really buggy. Planning on our clothes and shoes to be wet and super muddy by the end of this. We brought a change of shoes and change of clothes for after the hike, and it's going to be something totally different than what we're used to. So far these head nets have definitely come in handy because, man, we are just getting swarmed with mosquitoes. It is July 1st today, and I couldn't tell you if they're having a above average rainfall year or more snow melt or anything, but it is I think that's just typical of these sort of hikes up here in northern Minnesota. This is a section of trail we just came through. Let's go, Ethan. The mosquitoes are getting us.
What?
We've made it to the Boundary Waters just now here. If it wasn't for all the mosquitoes, this would be real pretty.
Oh, that was bad. Ah!
What happened to your stick, Caden?
It broke!
Oh no!
I put my body weight on it and it broke.
Well, that's pretty. Made it to Whale Lake, I believe it's called. Alright, we are splitting off onto the Eagle Mountain Summit Trail. Really not very far up here. And I don't think a ton of elevation gain, so hopefully this isn't too bad. Sounds nice to be somewhere. Hopefully it's a little more open and breezy because these mosquitoes are insane. Only time I've ever experienced anything like this was up near Mount Katahdin and 100 Mile Wilderness in Maine, but I think this may be worse than that. And my hat's off to all you northerners that are used to hiking in areas like this. We're not quite to the summit yet, but really pretty view from right here. We're very close to the summit. We are almost to the summit. Had that viewpoint back there. One final little push of 5 or 10 minutes over to the actual summit, and looking forward to making it to the tippy top and the views off the edge.
Also called Eagles Point or whatever it is.
So I thought the summit was over there by the viewpoint, but then you can clearly tell that you are not quite at the top. So there is this side trail, and this is the way up to the summit, a little short walk from the viewpoint. Well guys, we have made it to the top of Minnesota. This is the 37th highest state high point in the United States. We're on the top of Eagle Mountain, 2,301 feet, I believe. And that makes us higher than anyone else in the state of Minnesota. It was extremely buggy on the way up here, muddy, wet, but we made it. This will definitely be a memorable high point. The high point itself right here is over in the woods, and we're gonna head down to a viewpoint and have a snack where it's a little breezier, a little more open, and definitely less mosquitoes. This is the main view right near the summit, so definitely big payoff up here. Beautiful lakes down below, and those north woods of northern Minnesota. So we were the only car in the trailhead, at least the one we started at. I think there's one more trailhead you can access Eagle Mountain from, but it's a longer distance of a hike. This was about 3.5 miles to get up here, and wasn't super challenging other than the bugs were the worst part. Rocks, roots, and mud, and then ankle deep water in some spots. So if you can contend with that here in summer, like I said, July 1st, and this really wasn't too bad of a hike. So our next hike we'll be seeing you from, or our next high point will be Mount Arvon in Michigan. That'll be our 29th U.S. State High Point. I think I forgot to mention Eagle Mountain, this mountain right here, is our 28th State High Point as a family. For me, Olivia, Caden right there, and Ethan back there in the back. This is our 28th State High Point, and we still have 4 more State High Points on this 2024 summer road trip. So next video, we'll see y'all from the summit of Mount Arvon in Michigan. I just pulled my wallet out of my pocket and realized mosquitoes have gotten in between my wallet and my butt and got smashed while we were hiking. That's how many mosquitoes there are up here.